Hey guys, it is PlazmaScream. This week we are having Rebirth Green Arrow as our challenge character, and this is a very cool character that I do enjoy on one of my favorite teams. And today we're going to talk all about him and the best ways to use him. Some you might be very surprised about. So, first off, let's go ahead and check out the challenge. Where is this thing? Right here. So, his passive is a little weird. Okay, there's a lot of nonsense here. So, trick arrows. Green arrow, this guy right here, fires a random trick arrow that triggers on impact when he tags in. So basically, when he tags in, you're gonna see one of a couple different arrows fire out. Like come out like out of the corner of the screen, like left corner, right corner, depending on if it's yours or enemy green arrow. And it's gonna hit the opponent. It's gonna do different stuff. One of them is power drain. That's pretty nice. One of them is just like a fire bomb. Like a fire arrow. It's gonna hit them. It's gonna knock them back, like as if you just you did a special to them or something. And then they're gonna go flying back, and they're gonna hit the ground and get back up. And I believe there's one more. It does poison DOT, which is kind of nice because if someone's poisoned, even if it doesn't do much damage with the DOT, they do less damage because if someone is poisoned, they actually deal I want to say 10% less damage to the opponent, which is kind of nice. And then he has another part of his passive that focuses on rebirth characters. When he switches out to do a tag in for a rebirth character, say Wally West is going to tag in, Rebirth Raven is going to tag in, Jessica Cruz tags in, he will launch a what is called a trap arrow here that will be triggered if the opponent's goes for certain attacks. I'm not really certain what those are. I'm assuming it's like if you want to go for like a special or maybe a basic attack or a tag out, it will punish them. Though it says random, so it could be any kind of effect. But that's not really important, that last part. And also, I'm gonna be very honest with you, the Rebirth team is not exactly something you should be using. It is flawed in a lot of ways, and I can talk about that later. But this is mainly for Rebirth Green Arrow. His challenge, you need a Cyborg and Nightwing. That's pretty easy to get, but you need Killer Frost as well. That could be hard for you. If you did not catch the Killer Frost Prime challenge a few months back, it will be rather hard for you to do this challenge, especially because you need Killer Frost for the last part of the challenge instead of the earlier ones. There's more fights here, so if you're going to buy out this challenge here, number 5, with credits to try and get through it without having to waste credits on a challenge pack or something, you're going to have to spend quite a lot of credits because there's 15 fights here instead of 12 like the other ones. I don't know if I recommend doing that, but I also don't know if I recommend just blowing money on challenge packs in attempts to get him. If you really want him and you don't have him and you don't have Killer Frost, your best bet might just be to use, the little buy-ins here. It says 10K, which is, it's a fair bit. But he is a pretty good character. So I do recommend getting him if you can, of course. Now for the team that I use. We're going to play some online matches here, just so I can showcase the team against actual people, actual teams. So what I do is what I call the double green arrow team. In fact, everybody on this team is green, but we have 2 green arrows on this team. We have Arrow Green Arrow, one of the best carries in the game, and you're going to see why. And then Rebirth Green Arrow, who is right here. So there's a few ways you can gear Rebirth Green Arrow. If you are going to make him a gear shatterer, and you absolutely can, he's very good at it, because he can shatter up to 2 gears if he has Claw of Horse and the Master Death card together. In this case, you would have him in the 3rd slot on your team so that you can tag him in. Now, on the average character, if you were going to use a support that used the Master Death card plus Claw of Horse, if you tag that character again for a second time later on in the match, they will immediately shatter all gears that the opponent has upon immediate use of Special 1. The cool thing about Rebirth Green Arrow is he can do that right away. He can do that on first tag, and he can shatter multiple gears immediately, as soon as you tag him in, start of the match if you want. And in that same vein, he can apply DOT from gears like Ibistic, Let's Go Helmets, League of Assassin Knives, not knives, the blade. So you could tag him in and shatter multiple gears and apply multiple DOT applications immediately, right away. You do not have to wait until, later on in the match to tag in a second time. You do not have to tag in somebody else before him. You can do it right away. That is very, very nice. That's actually not what we're going to do, but I want to mention that because that's one of the main, good things that Rebirth Green Arrow has going for him is this, setup right here and tagging him in to shatter gears. You can also use Let's Go Helmet here as an example. But what we're going to use is Let's Go Helmets plus Ibistic plus Quake Engine. And then Regime Green Lantern is just going to be a normal tank with Astro Harness, full swords, 2 out of the pieces, chest plate, and the helmet. And then Arrow Green Arrow is actually going to be both the carry and utility carry. You are going to see just how good this guy is with these gears. So, because he is utility carry, Totem and Claw Horse, and Master Death Cart, we can afford to not have to use Claw Horse on Rebirth Green Arrow. So instead, what we're going for is DOT gears. So that in case I need to rely on Rebirth Green Arrow to win the match, or put a whole bunch of damage on the opponents. Maybe it's not safe to tag in Arrow Green Arrow, and I need to do damage with Rebirth Green Arrow without tagging my other Green Arrow in. This would be a really good way to do that, especially if you're crit augmented. He has so much power generation from the Ibistic and Regime Green Lantern that from one combo ender he will get over 1 bar power, which means he can immediately go for a special one after that and get a whole lot of DOT applied. You will get, without augments, up to 16% of the opponent's health done DOT damage from the helmet being 6, Ibistic being 10, 16%. And then Quake Engine will make that last even longer, which means 16% turns into 32%. And all while that's happening, they are taking burning DOT, which dampens their power generation. And when you go for a special one, you are power draining as well. Basically, they are never going to get any power because you're constantly getting power in special ones to fire out, to drain power and apply DOT. And that DOT is going to last for a long time because of Quick Engine. And the fact that Let's Go Helmet DOT, specifically from the helmet, lasts for like 10 seconds. That's for a long time. Lasts longer than Ibistic. So that is a really, really nice way of dealing damage without having to go into your carry, which happens a lot. Because sometimes you can't tag in your carry to knock them out right away. Maybe you're fighting Arcanite Batgirl or like a Bamaji Catwoman, and you don't want to play it too aggressively because if you try and KO them, they're going to trigger a rescue and you're going to be in a bad spot. This is a really good way of handling that. Normally on this set, I would use Race School Scimitar over Quake Engine so that I can power drain on Combo Ender, but because we have a special one that can drain power, I think we don't need that, and we can go for Quick Engine instead. So that's the team, and we're going to go ahead and play some matches. Alright, so I'm actually kind of hoping that we see someone using like Astro Harness, and I'm going to keep re-rolling these matches because I want to showcase just how good Arrow Green Arrow here is as a gear shatter. Does that Superman have one? No. This may take a little bit, I'm not gonna lie to you. Totem in the first slot's really weird, dude. And speaking of Deadshot, I am working on getting Arkham Orange Deadshots augmented so I can give you guys a video for him. Because I know you guys been wanting me to make... Here we go, perfect. I know you guys been wanting me to make an Arkham Orange Deadshot video. I am working on it right now. I'm getting close to having a max crit. He has 45% max crit chance and like 214 crit damage. Working on the damage stat as well. He's not there yet, but I'm working on getting him augmented so I can show you guys, him and his, his true potential, his true power. Because I don't want to show a video for Deadshot and he not be, you know, augmented. So anyway, I'm gonna tag in Green Arrow, and I'm gonna start blasting. Boom. Just she had, you know, she had 4th world set, and I did not care. So I just shattered 2 gears. Also, you just saw that I just chained my special 2 from my basics. Unfortunately, we did not KO the Black Adam, but we can just tag out. Let me just sit here for a second. And then just probably knock him out here. Yep. And I'm actually going to stay in here just so I can showcase this. Look at that power right there. Look how much power that is. And she can just do whatever he wants, because that DOT is going to take away. Okay, and even with that, you know, even though I'm burning, I'm still getting a lot of, you know, a lot of power. Okay, and then we're going to tag in Green Arrow and just knock him out. So you saw the gear shatters from Arrow Green Arrow. That is one way you can use Arrow Green Arrow. You can just fire out the special ones while the barrier is right in front of you. And if I can find another person using Astral Harness, I can show you guys another way. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to, you know, go in for Arrow Green Arrow, and we're going to, here we go, same person. We're going to go for special 2 like normal, and then we're going to tag out once the Astral user tags in. And we're going to tag him back in when we can, go for special 1 right away, shatter all gears, and then rush in to close distance, special 2, and knock him out. And okay, that's a little annoying, but not the end of the world. Okay. Thankfully, I do have a lot of power generation, so I can just, you know, just keep doing this. And this should knock him out. Okay, now watch. I'm going to tag out, right, into Lantern, and we're just going to wait, okay? And we can just take these, doesn't matter. And then go into Arrow Green Arrow, shatter all the gears. We can just knock him out with a special 2. I'm just firing arrows because I guess I want to. And then one more. But yeah, you saw what happened. I immediately shattered all the gears that Clown Black Adam had. And then I was even able to knock him out with a special 1, which is kind of funny. Because his special 1's rather weak. But my Arrow Green Arrow is, you know, crit augmented, so we're going for one more. Anything here? I'm just gonna fight this. I'm not gonna worry about what gears I have. But I'm gonna try to showcase that one more time. We're gonna tag Arrow Green Arrow in, and we're gonna showcase that gear shatter, and I'm gonna try to hit that special 2 this time. Okay, so tag him in right away. Special 2. Just start blowing people up. That's crazy damage. This is kind of funny. I can just sit here. Just keep blocking. Okay, and then shatter all gears. Special 1. Rush in. Special 2. She dies. Even if she were going to block that like she did, she was going to die to that no matter what. I did 30k for just the first hit. The following hits would have done more damage than that. So probably upwards to 100,000 damage from special 2 while she's blocking. Because, I don't know if you know this, but Arrow Green Arrow has an extremely powerful special 2. It's actually, the damage is based off of the first and second minigames. Both the bow attack and the arrows that follow. It gets increased by the first minigame, like normally. And then additionally increased again from the second minigame, which means this is an extremely powerful special 2 that can hit very, very, very freaking hard. So when he tags in and he shatters all their gears, if they had any block gears, any resurrection, fourth world gears, any of that, gone. No, they don't. It's gone. Doesn't exist. And then the Master's Death card will actually nerf their blocking capabilities so that, even if they were to block his special 2 afterwards, they cannot survive because it will not be very effective. And he will just blow them up, as you saw here. So that is basically how this team works. It's very, very fast. It's very good, very effective. It's very safe. You have all kinds of, avenues here. I'm going to showcase what I used to do with Rebirth Green Arrow, and that is going to be that gear setup I talked about earlier. We are going to use, instead of Regime Green Lantern, Reverse Flash, and we are going to go ahead and talk about this. Now we could do Master Death Guard over the helmet or Abyss Stick. Really, either way. I'm going to take it over the helmet for this instance. And then Reverse Flash, we're actually going to put him in the first slot. I don't normally like having Astro Harness in the first slot, but I can't have it on anybody else. And then we're going to have Fourth World Gears here. Reverse Flash is a very good tank. For Arrow Green Arrow, this is actually kind of flexible. A couple of things you can do here. Number 1, Demon Blade. Number 2, Enchantress. That's a damn good one. In fact, I'm probably going to go ahead and use that. You could do, if you wanted to, Let's Go Helmet. That's pretty safe. Maybe even the customized Longbow. This is a very cool gear for Arrow Green Arrow specifically because it actually gives you a damage increase to Special 2 and also an area of effect damage added to your Special 2. And you might say, well, why would you use this over the Fourth Regalia Mace, which does more damage increase, being 25% instead of 18%? Because this actually does more area of effect damage. So despite you doing less damage, you will do more AoE than Fourth Regalia Mace. So it actually does more area of effect damage despite doing a little bit less damage here, 25 compared to the 18. And then of course the final gear will be Race Circle Scimitar because I gotta, tag in and get 2 bars. After this, I might actually showcase a little bit of a Rebirth team so I can discuss, the pros and cons of doing that, because I know a lot of people like to use that team, but it has some serious problems. But we're going to go ahead and play this match, and we're going to showcase that little interaction with Rebirth Green Arrow and the Master's Death card that we talked about. So there is First Flash. I'm going to tag in my guy right away, and you saw immediately applied the DOT and Shattered Gear right away. You just saw that. And then another one right after. I'm going to tag out Special 2, and we're just going to start blasting. He just got destroyed. He might even die to this, I'm not going to lie. And then some more. There's some more Gear Shatters, as you saw. Some more DOT. And just blow him up. Bam. Over 100k. Okay, crap. I forgot to back out. That's unfortunate. It's whatever. It's whatever. It's okay. It'll be okay. I was trying not to play multiplayer. I didn't want to get into the match, but I messed up. I was getting kind of excited there. I was having fun. It's okay, But that is, Rebirth Green Arrow and the teams I use them on. That way you can use them a couple different ways. There is one more thing to mention about this. So we're going to mention the Rebirth team. I do believe the best way to go about this team is to utilize Jessica Cruz as the carry. Out of the 4 Rebirth characters, she is the best carry out of them because the other ones are not the best in terms of their specials. Wally West, he has reduced damage on Special 2. Special 1 is not good. Special 1 is 4 hits. You want a 1-hit Special 1. His is 4 hits. It's not very good. Green Arrow, he can only KO 1 person with a Special 2. Even if there's bleed from Batman to Last, you can only get 1. And as you know, Special 1s are, because of power drain, there's reduced damage. And then Rebirth Raven, although she's my favorite character, she is, not the best carry. She's fine. It's like a backup carry, but not as the the primary damage dealer for the team. But we're going to talk about some of the issues here. So number one, Rebirth Green Arrow is the best support on this team, and you're going to use him with these gears right here. You know, Death Cart, Ibistic, Claw Force, right? But in order for that to work, he needs to be in the third slot, okay? Because you don't get benefit from this right away. You cannot immediately shatter someone's gears, immediately apply DOT if he's in the first slot. Like here, you can't do that if he's not able to tag in. If he's already tagged in, you will not get the benefits from Massive Death Card. Okay? On top of that, Rebirth Raven, you know, she's not a good carry. You kind of want her to be like maybe the backup carry, be able to tag in and steal people's power. So she also doesn't want to be in the first slot. She needs to tag in order to steal someone's power. If you have her in the first slot, she cannot tag in and steal people's power right away because she's already here. And also, if you do this, if you do this, you have a character that is not as good as Jessica Cruz as a carry, but also you're using a kind of a weird carry because her passive, you don't want to have Tainted Totem with her, okay? Because you want her to tag in with less power than the opponent. If she has Tainted Totem, because if she is the carry, she will have Totem, she will not be able to make use of her passive. Now, the passives are not everything, but I want to mention that. If she tags in with 1 bar, most of the time she's probably going to have more power than her opponent. So her passive will go to waste. But I will say, because Rebirth Green Arrow will have the Massive Death Card, you will probably use Racial Scimitar plus Totem if you were to use her as a carry. You'd probably use that. I will say, if you are in an instance to where you used all of your power, maybe you didn't get a KO, maybe someone resurrected, or they had damage reduction, or something happened, maybe an Arcanite backer rescue, damage account rescue, maybe it was a Newf Shazam and he tagged out because you couldn't kill him. Just for examples, this will not be so bad because, you know, maybe there could be an instance where you tag in with Totem, someone else has like a whole lot of power, like maybe, I don't know, someone had Totem plus Death Card. You could tag in, and even though you don't get the benefits from Red Scimitar's starting bar power anymore, you could, you know, get all your power back and get back into the fights if you steal another carry's power, you know, just an example. So that is a, you know, cool little interaction there from Rebirth Raven, but, you know, generally you kind of want her to be using something like this, Astro Harness plus, I like Lesko Helmets personally, and then Quick Engine. Quick Engine is a really good combo with Rebirth Raven because she steals all the opponent's power when she tags in if it's more than her, and then because of that, she has more power than them. They have less than 1 bar power, so she does more damage. So see right here, specials and DOT do 50% more damage against an enemy with less than 1 bar. So that's, you know, what you want to kind of go for here. And I want to mention this as well. For some reason, Rebirth Green Arrow does not technically count as a Rebirth character. He does, but like he doesn't, you know, because Wally West is kind of the reason to run a Rebirth team. Otherwise, you're not really doing a Rebirth team. It's, you know, it'll be kind of like, you know, technically a Rebirth team by, you know, by name, but it won't really like do much for you. But one of the cool things about the Rebirth team is you get a power generation increase for your teammates, and I believe Wally as well, which is good for Jessica Cruz. It kind of means she doesn't have to run, like, if she's a carry, she doesn't have to do Totem plus Death Cart plus, like, for example, Ibistic or Heart of Darkness in order to use Special 2 right away. So that's helpful, but this doesn't give, you know, Wally West an additional chance to dodge attacks if you have Green Arrow on the team. For some reason, they just don't work together. He just does not count as a Rebirth character. So instead of having that the 2 little flash symbols on top screen like you would if you had Jessica Cruz here, you only have 1, and it will only act like you only have 1. What's funny is you can actually use another flash character, say Reverse Flash or Black Knight Flash, just for example, and you will actually get the additional dodge chance, you know, even Elsewhere Flash, because you can get flash characters to increase his dodge ability as well. So you can even do something like this. But, you know, we're talking about Rebirth Green Arrow here, so I want to try and make sure that he's included here. And you know, I love Rebirth Raven, but I think honestly it's best if you have just Cruise here instead. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it back on there. Another thing you could do is, I did say Wally West gets a power generation increase. You could do a setup where you use Claw of Horse on Wally instead, and then I would do Enchantress so you can, you know, do better at Shattering Gears. You could do Lescliffe Helmet or Ibistic. You know, both are fine. I think Lescliffe Helmet is kind of nice because if you can't dodge a special attack, you can still take pretty little damage from it, from the Lescliffe Helmet and its blocking capabilities. So let's, you know, try something like that. And then for Jessica Cruz, we are going to do, let's see, maybe something a little fun, you know, just 4th of Golly Mace, plus Totem, plus Rags, something like that. And then we're going to keep these gears here on Green Arrow. Think about the last gear, I'm kind of wondering what to use. Maybe like Heart of Darkness, or even like League of Assassins Adept Blade, or even like where's Quake Engine? I think it's probably the best bet is Quake Engine, right? Yeah, that'd be really good because then you get a lot of DOT. So there's that, and then that. The last gear can be whatever you want. You can use like, you know, Heart of Darkness or Demon Blade or anything. That's just an example. But let's go ahead and do a cool little match with the Rebirth team. This is not a team I would use normally, but you know, you could if you want, but it does have some problems. I think this is probably one of the better ways you could construct this team. If you really, really wanted to, I think this is probably your best bet. So we're going to go ahead and showcase this here. Okay, so cool thing is Wally West can just sit here and throw basics over and over, and he's getting a fair amount of power from his passive, which is nice. And I can just do this all day long. In fact, I can just sit here. Okay, I was doing well, but messed up. So that's special 1, Shatter Gear, Rush In, and I can even trigger the Gear Shatter. You saw that. And then tag in Green Arrow. The game was lagging a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Make sure he can't get any power. Okay, this is fine, we're good. Okay, make sure drain the power, and then that's gonna do something, I don't know, but we're not gonna be able to find out because I'm just gonna knock her out. And Arcanine. And then I'm gonna tag in Green Arrow again, look at all that DOT and the power drain. And then we're going to go ahead and do that combo ender, get all that power. Special 1 again, because this is a Green Arrow showcase, and we're trying to get as much out of him as we can. And we even won the match. It's pretty cool. That wasn't bad, you know, that wasn't so bad. I think, honestly, Wally West as a support is really not that bad if you have the Rebirth teammates. So that could help you out a little bit. This could actually be not even that bad of a team. I've never used this setup exactly like this before. This is my first time trying it out. That wasn't bad, you know. I'm not gonna lie, I was talking a little bit of crap about this team earlier, but that wasn't so bad. I think if you utilize Wally West as support with these gears, maybe Ibistic over Helmet, depends on what you want. It's up to preference. I like Helmet because if you can't dodge, because again, you have less chance to dodge because Green Arrow does not count as Rebirth character. The Helmet can help you out if you don't dodge a special. But you had the increased power generation from the Rebirth teammates, and you had, you know, Enchantress with Claw Horse interaction. That was super nice. He was really easily able to get 2 bars from his, you know, the Flash Infinite basics, as you saw there. Just a tap, 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 tap. Very easy to get 2 bars. Just Cruise, you know, good carry. You saw what you did. No problems there. And then Green Arrow, you know, he was able to pull his weight too, get some DOT applied. You know, able to, you know, tag in and apply a whole bunch of DOT, and that even re-triggered with Quake Engine, so that was really nice. But overall, that wasn't that bad. That was pretty good, honestly. I think if you wanted to use Raven on this team, you could. I would honestly probably use a similar setup here on her. I would probably use like, the Master Death card plus Quake Engine plus maybe like Demon Blade. You know, you don't want power generation gears on Raven, and that's kind of a problem. Um, because Wally West is going to give her more power generation, you want her to have less power generation. So you don't want to give her power gen gears. It messes up her passive a lot. Also, I just realized this team had no Astro Harness user. That's a bit of an oopsie. You could definitely put Astro Harness on Green Arrow if you wanted to. You could do like Astro plus Ibistic plus Death card. I probably should have done that. I forgot about that. So that actually reminds me um, of a better setup. So I would probably do like this on Raven. Um, that way you could give her a little bit of protection with Astro Harness, and she could potentially tag in multiple times and get Steel Power multiple times. Or you could put quick Astro Harness on Jessica Cruz. Maybe you don't want to use 4th Regalia Mace. That would not be so bad to put Astro Harness on Jessica Cruz in that instance. So that way you could use a different gear on Raven. Maybe then I would use, let's go Chest Armor, leave Assassin Blade. I would consider this over Ibistic because, again, you don't want the power generation from Ibistic. It messes up with the passive. Death Card is actually pretty good because she steals power before the Master's Death Card does its, does this thing, does the tag and shots to give you power. So that can actually be really good at getting her 2 bars, but Totem is not so good for her. What else could you use? If you didn't have Mace on her, you could use this. That could be pretty good. Again, like I said, Demon Blade. You don't want Demonic Cloak. Again, same thing I mentioned earlier. You don't want Power Generation on Raven. It messes up her passive. It's not a good fit. So if you want crit chance, go for Demon Blade instead. Anything else here? Probably it. But I think it's about all I can say for Rebirth Green Arrow and different kinds of teams you make for him. He's a pretty cool character, honestly. I wish more people used him, more people knew how to, utilize him in these ways. Hello, I see you. Sorry, it's my dog. But yeah, I hope you guys learned something, and hope you guys enjoyed these teams and these fights. And definitely check out Rebirth Green Arrow, and also Arrow Green Arrow too. I mean, you saw the amount of work he was doing earlier in that double Green Arrow team. Hope you guys enjoyed, and you have yourself a nice rest of your evening. Thank you for watching.